Your district's AI plan is already obsolete, and y'all haven't even written it yet. Listen, every superintendent is scrambling to create an AI plan so they can check a box, but they're asking the wrong question. They're asking what tools to buy when they should be asking how their people need to think. The tech you buy today will be a dinosaur in, 18 months? But a mindset? That's future proof. And today I'm giving you the system for that mindset. When I sat down to write the book and the framework, I was thinking of all the classroom teachers I had supported over the years as an instructional coach, but also all of those teachers and educators who supported me over the years, and what we all need to be successful. I tried to pull from a life's worth of lessons, but the one that kept anchoring me and pulling me back over and over was the fact that I lost everything that I own in Hurricane Harvey, and it was the best thing that ever happened to me. Okay, that sounded like a very strange statement, but that experience really taught me how to navigate massive identity level shifts. And that's what this framework is all about. It's called the shift system. So let's break it down. First is the letter S. S stands for see, and this is really the foundation. To get a better result from both AI and people, you have to learn to see the details. And the bigger the picture, well, then the bigger and more detailed you need to be. You have to describe all of these things with precise language. And the single most important skill right now in the AI age, I actually learned from my blind grandmother. To help her experience our life, we had to build a theater of the mind. We had to describe the world with really intense detail and precise language so that she could see what we were seeing. And that's exactly what you have to do to command AI. You can't get a great output without crystal clear inputs. If your team is struggling with this idea, if they're struggling with the tech, it might be really a signal that they're struggling with the language. So C is the first letter. The second letter of the shift is for humanize. H really is an embodiment of what happens when people get scared that the AI bots will rise up and take over. It makes us feel like we should run backwards. But really our goal here is to embrace this tool as a tool, but remember that it is a tool for us, the human, with all of our expertise and all of our creativity, to use it as a collaborator so that that collaborative tool can amplify our brilliance and not turn us into copy-paste people. And in order to do that, in order to have that, you really have to keep humans at the center of the work. During that same flood, I watched volunteers toss my blue trunk to the curb. Of course, that doesn't make any sense to you, but that blue trunk was everything to me. It was filled with all of my mementos. It had my diplomas, my wedding keepsakes, my kids' baby pictures. All of those things were ruined. But in that moment, I really learned that our identity isn't a bunch of artifacts from the past. It's the strength we carry forward. And every school I work with has an instructional blue trunk. Some outdated lesson plans, some old worksheets, the baggage of the worksheet factory. By letting AI handle some of those artifacts, you kind of free up your teachers to do the deeply human work of coaching and mentoring and connecting with students. And isn't that what we really want? Isn't that how we want to keep humans at the center of this technology shift? All right, the third letter in the shift is I, and I is for iterate. Getting the right answer from AI is not a single command. It's a conversation. You have to iterate. Think of it like talking to a new assistant. You don't just bark one order and expect a masterpiece. You have to have a conversation. You give feedback, you refine, Mastering that back and forth process of refining prompts and ideas and collaborating is how you achieve these breakthrough results with AI. And we really can do some amazing things, but we have to have an iterative mindset. All right, the fourth letter is F, which is for frame. Now I can tell you right now, the quality of your outputs is 100% dependent on the quality of your input. You have to strategically frame your problem with clear context to get the most relevant outputs from AI. Again, a vague question is going to give you a vague answer. Now, during Harvey, as the water was rising, my husband didn't just say, "We'll leave if it gets bad." He framed the problem with a non-negotiable trigger for action. He grabbed a Sharpie and drew a hard line on the wall, and he said, "If the water hits this line, then we go." That clarity removed emotion and hesitation from this really critical moment. And that's what framing does. That's why it's so important. It gives your team the clarity to act decisively and the framework so that they can make their vision a reality. The last letter of the SHIFT framework is the T, and the T is for think. This is the final step, but it's really the most important step and the ultimate goal of collaborating with AI tools in the first place. It's not about generating better worksheets. It's about helping us become better thinkers. And this process really forces you to think more critically and expand your own knowledge base. But it only works if you're willing to challenge your old ways of thinking. That solid framework is what pushes us forward towards innovation. Now, while rebuilding our flooded house, we found burnt wiring behind the walls, and the electrician told us it was inevitable, that the house was going to catch fire. And the normal that we had been fighting for so desperately, we wanted it back so badly, but really it was a death trap. That's what this AI flood is for education. It's not the disaster that we're all fearing. It's the rescue that we have been waiting for. It is the painful, terrifying, but necessary event that's forcing us to think about the faulty wiring in our own system. So your next step in this moment, so that you have a framework, is not about going out and finding more tools. It's about a fundamental shift in how you are approaching AI and problem solving. But please know that the framework is different from implementing it. Knowing it is only going to get you so far. If you are a leader watching this, you need to get this information out to your team so that your team is ready for this new reality. Again, the next step is not another webinar. It's not another tool. It really is a strategic conversation. So I've opened up a few spots on my calendar this week, specifically for you. If you are a decision maker, a campus or district leader, and you're ready to map out what this implementation can look like, click on the link below to apply for a private strategy call. It is not a sales pitch. It is just a diagnostic session to see if our system and maybe our Tier 3 certified facilitator program is the right fit to build this kind of capacity within your institution. After losing everything that we'd rebuilt in our house, we realized that the rebuilding was just a reaction. And a few years later, we chose to sell everything again and intentionally design a new life. That was a vision. The SHIFT system is not a reaction to AI. It is a vision for a better way to learn and to lead. It's how you stop rebuilding the past and start designing the future. It's how you start trading baggage for belonging. All right, y'all, my name is Ayo Jones, and I will see you soon.